It's the Warhawks from North Carolina. Is that what it was? Triangle area. Oh, thanks, Fudge. Oh, that almost cramped. That could have been really bad. Gee. Okay. Are we live? We're live? Okay. Cool. We are live, getting ready to start this 3:15 p.m. game. This is Tango against the Triangle Area North Carolina Warhawks team. These teams met last year in the group stages, and Tango did not do so well. So they are hoping to do a little better this go-around. We have Adam in his full coach's stance, leg fully extended as we can see, showing off the calf muscles. Triangle Youth Ultimate. Yeah, they still have Dallas for us. Yeah, they get that wrong all the time. All right, we'll go with Triangle Area then. We won't call them North Carolina. They probably don't like that. We'll go Triangle Area. This Youth Club Championship is brought to you by USA Ultimate. I would encourage everybody after this game or during the game, during some downtime, to go check out their Facebook page, where they have a lot of good content from this weekend's play. The U.S. Open. The U.S. Open has been going on, and so those teams have been playing. They're wrapping up. Now the Youth Club Championship is getting into full swing. So be sure to check that out. They have a lot of good games up there on their Facebook page. You can go to the video section to look at those. Ultiworld and Fulcrum have also been filming. Ultiworld has a website. I don't know where Fulcrum's games are, so I can't give them a shout out. And that is the pool to start the game. Tango is going to start out on offense. They've switched into their darks. We have a solid handling core for Tango starting with. And it looks like the Warhawks have come out in a somewhat of a poachy defense. This is actually the same defense that Cincinnati was using, where you have one deep defender and you have three under defenders. And that is an initial deep shot. That is a very difficult read as it went over the player's head. And we're going to have the Warhawks with their first break opportunity. They've come out in a vert stack. Oh, there's a great deep cut. There's actually several good deep cuts. And they take advantage of one of them. They see the break backhand opportunity. They're going to go for it. And they hit. There we go. That is a fast break. Very fast break for the Triangle Area. Opening it up with their D-line scoring. So Tango's going to bring out similar O-line. Oh, we're getting some love here from a showdown. Look at that. Clap, 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 clap. Texas Tango. Getting some love from the sideline. So after that fast first point, we're going to see if Tango can figure out that poachy person defense. And there's the pull from the Warhawks. Tango getting it going quickly, trying to get some quick motion. They're unable to get big yards. And it seems like the Warhawks might be in a real zone this time. Yeah, this is a true zone. This is a very similar zone to what Tango runs. And they are able to get a turn from it. Warhawks pick it up quickly. They don't really wait for their cutters to set. Ooh, there's a little bit of confusion in the middle of the field. There's a lot of clogging going on at the moment. Oh, and there's a miscue on the dump throw. They were looking to do a quick give-go, and the initial throw went off. And so now Tango gets to set up about 15 yards from their end zone, which is a great position to be in. Oh, they went for a quick break backhand. Throw does not float. There's an initial deep cut. They don't want to go for it. Instead, they go through the middle. Try to look to give it to a handler, but it's not open. So far, Tango's been playing good defense. Not giving off any easy big unders. Forcing the Warhawks to take small cuts from the front and from the dump set. That's their first deep shot. The initial jumps from the Warhawk players sort of misread it and allowed the Tango player in the back to get a D. They get a quick transition to start it, going to Tanika. Tanika has a deep look, but they don't want to go to that. Tanika instead goes for the low inside-out backhand and just kind of pops up in the wind. The mark was a little close, so she had to adjust her throw, and because of that, popped up. And Warhawks, on their second opportunity, pop in the break to go up against Tango 2-0 to start the game. 3-0? What's the score? Is it 2 or 3? 2-0. Oh, that's a bucket. Bucket confirmed. Bucket confirmed. I'll give you one guess where that guy goes to college. Adam is going into his full coaching. Oh, no, this is not full. This is semi-full coaching stance. He just got a thumbs up from Macy. The buckets. It's Texas State. Yeah, I think other schools have adopted, but Texas State's team is literally called Buckets. Which they're surprisingly not good at basketball, which, I mean, with a name like Buckets, you would figure. But yeah, if you know a Texas State person in your life, go ahead and ask them where their bucket is. They love that question. Oh, we also see another power coaching stance from the Triangle area coach. I'm going to have to adopt that myself. What do y'all think on Mayhem? Do you think if I got in the power coaching stance, y'all would listen to me more? Oh, really? Okay, I'm checking in with my my film crew right here. How's it going? Right, yeah. Except for the instant, yeah, that's right. Evelyn takes instant replays very serious. I mean, you know, it's more professional. Right, this is the business setting, yeah. Plus, you're wearing your Mud Turtle shirt, so I call you Evelyn when you're wearing your Mud Turtle shirt. That's what they call her on Mud Turtles. Hi. Hi. That's Summer. And there's the pool. Trying to fill in that dead time for those at home. Oh, yeah, there you go. Sky is able to watch that go out. That's going to brick. And we see the Warhawks coming out in their standard zone. So it's kind of a, oh no, this is not the same one as before. Man, they confuse me every time. I think this is their, no, I mean, I'm not even gonna guess. I still haven't figured this one out yet. It's kind of like a 3-3-1. So Tango's trying to figure it out. They're using their vertical stack formation. Sky has the disc now. She really doesn't have options. She wants someone to go break for her. And then she throws the big bendy backhand. Oh! She is right near the end zone. She has no mark at the moment, so she has all the time in the world. Oh, and the throw is just behind. Just behind. Defense is there to capitalize. And now the Warhawks are going to get another break opportunity. So far, they've been able to just utilize the backhands that Tango has been giving them. They've been taking really easy shots down the field. Not entirely sure what the force is for Tango. It's very straight up at the moment. Oh. Yeah, backhands is the call. I'm not sure if the people in the field were positioned properly for that. Seems like there was some miscommunications on the force. And I believe a timeout was called. Yep, a timeout was called by Texas Tango. They need to talk this over. What's wrong? Yeah, there's a lot of. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see if I can bring up some of the player bios they sent in on the GroupMe. they sent more player bios in that I didn't have time to print off. The iPad doesn't actually have internet because it's connected to the Sling Studio. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I'm just going to have to read this off. So let's see if I can actually find Callie. You know what? We'll save these players for tomorrow. Player bios till tomorrow, so we find a more professional way to do them. The timeout is ending. So far, that zone defense that the Warhawks have been using has really shut down the Tango offense. We're going to see if the coaches have come up with a solution to try and beat that. And even though we just had halftime, or sorry, we just had timeout where they could talk as long as they wanted to, Adams somehow still has more things to say. That's the sign of a good coach. If there's ever any dead time, go ahead and fill that up with strategy. So that is what Adam's doing right now. I'm sure he's explaining different offensive options. We're trying to beat that zone. Getting some great Texas cheers from the Showdown crew that showed up for this game. A lot of love for Showdown. Take this opportunity to look at the Warhawks team. Getting ready for another D point. And here comes the pull. Tango with their usual offensive set. And that pull, oh, sorry about the camera work at home. That pull was fantastically placed in the back corner on the strong side. The Warhawks have come out in their semi-person, a little bit zone defense that has been confusing Tango this whole game. And it seems to be continuing to confuse them as we have another miss. Oh, wow, that was a. Okay, so there's a call way back on the throw. I thought I heard them say stall, but in which case that wouldn't come back. Yeah, so now that was a stall call, so it won't come back. It was a foul on the throw. That one does come back. Almost having a missed dump throw like earlier, but is able to run it out. Tango has gone back to their forced flick. Ooh, wow. Required a lot of Ds on that to finally knock the disc down, but Tango now gets their second opportunity at this offensive set. And the Warhawks have gone into their mostly person defense. It is still confused, still confusing the Tango team. And a timeout has been called by the Warhawks. They want to talk this one over, get a good play ready to go. Take this opportunity to look at the sideline, getting a lot of support here. Look at all that support for the Texas Tango team. We can see some amigos down there. We can see some showdowners. Got some parents. We have the volunteer scorekeepers. On the far side, we can see some two-steppers. There they are. Texas two-step. Brought his bucket. Smart guy. Always nice to have that bucket. They seem to be playing some type of half-line game. I believe that is the rock paper scissors circle, where you have to get out on both hands in order to be knocked out. So it's tough to do. It appears that Tango is ready for this timeout to be over. Oh, and the Warhawks are also ready. So we will allow the Warhawks team to set up first. And then Tango will have the opportunity to set up the defense after the Warhawks set up their offense. All right, so the Warhawks have just about set. They are putting players way out the back of the end zone. They have 4 players out the back. They have 1 ISO option, so that's the one they want to go to. And then the person with the disc. And then they have their dump reset option. So pretty standard. Tango's not doing anything fancy. They're not switching the force or anything like that. So we're going to see if this ISO works. Oh, no. Bit too hard to the break side. Let them come back strong side, and the Warhawks pop in that score. Oh, no, and we can see over here, Dominica Sutherland is wearing a North Carolina shirt. Domka, that is the wrong shirt to be wearing right now. Domka playing for Showdown, wearing a North Carolina shirt. We're gonna have to call her out for that later on. I know, where did Carol go? Right, someone needs to update the shirt. Nice shirt, Domka. I was sure to let Domka know that she's wearing a nice shirt, and she responded back that she thought it was a wonderful shirt. I can't argue with that 100%. Also, we will eventually get scores up on the screen, but it appears that one of our film associates has gone AWOL. We actually don't know where she went. Sorry, Caroline. I don't want to throw the other of my film associates under the bus, but Caroline seems to have gone missing, and she's the one who knows how to operate the iPad. So until Caroline gets back, we will not have any scores, and we will not have any instant replays. Even though Evelyn is ready to give us an instant replay, we are unable to do. Oh, you're not ready? Oh, I thought you were ready. Okay, well, I'm going to say that she's ready to give us an instant replay, but unfortunately because Caroline's not here, we can't make that happen for you. I swear that Caroline found like a dog somewhere and is playing with it. Like if I had to guess. Yeah, if I had to guess, that's what she's doing. All right, the score is 4-0, even though it doesn't say that on your screen. And the pool goes out of bounds. Go ahead and comment not a pooler in the comment stream. Oops, sorry for that camera work. And the Warhawks are coming out in this same. Yeah, I believe they're setting up in their same sort of poachy, mostly person defense setup. It's very complicated. It would be hard for me to explain right now just using words. We're going to see if Tango worked out in their timeout if they have a way to beat this offense or beat this defense. They're letting Tango swing, but the problem is that Tango can't use any of their undercuts. Ooh, that's the first time that we've had a really big successful undercut back to a handler. Tanika decides to go back corner with it, which is a difficult throw. And now the Warhawks get another break opportunity. Looks like there's a lot of confusion right now in the transition. The throw did not hang up in the air long enough, even though the player was willing to lay out for it. She was unable to get to it. Ooh, that fake from Tanika needs to be respected because she has thrown it. Oh, great catch in the middle. Great dish back to a handler. She has options, but they're mostly guarded. They go to the middle to Annie. Annie has an option down the sideline. There it is. Good motion so far from Tango. They're slowly learning how to deal with this semi-zone defense. There's another great sing. Oh, that was a great choice. That's the first time there's been a really effective quick throw through the middle. They've had a lot of difficulty finding those. So it seems like Tango is figuring it out. They swing a little bit, then they throw to a handler in the middle space, and they have the opportunity to gain yards. So there's the swing, there's a swing, and now they can go through the middle. Yep, they do. so close to the end zone. This is when you need to really be patient. You've worked it all this way down. You've done a whole bunch of different throws. This is not the time you want to go hammer back corner. This is the time when you just want to kind of walk it in. There it is, smart through the middle. Take your time with it. The Warhawks zone is allowing Tango to throw most of the throws that they want to, just none of the ones that gain yards. So it's, oh, there's the hammer. Just like I talked about. On cue, Tanika said, yeah, I've dealt with this. Time to go and score it. Whips the hammer into the back corner, and Tango finally gets on the board. It seems that whatever they talked about in the timeout worked out. That's what Adams explained to the sideline. He's like, yeah, I told him how to do that. Yep, I told him how to do that. Adam's going to go do coaching things for Tango before he comes back and talks to his showdown ladies. And so now for the first time in this game, the Warhawks are going to come out in their offensive set, their offensive line. They started on D and just seemed to score every point since the start. So we're going to get to see what sort of offense they come out with. I think before they were running a vertical stack, but we don't know if Tango's going to come out in their zone. This is a good time to run the zone if you're Tango. And there's the pull. So Tango goes for the backhand roller pull. And Tango does decide to come out in their zone. So they are running what is their standard 2-3-2 zone. Right now the Warhawks are just sitting a player in the back. Oh, and this opens up a hammer shot. Great choice. So with that one hammer throw, the Warhawks are now right on the end zone. Playing very chilly. Tango has gone into a person defense, I believe. But there's confusion. There's a wide open player in the back, and that is a scuba over the top. Very effective throw in that situation. And the Warhawks efficiently punch in a score. Can one of y'all give me some water? Thanks. People at home, go and take this opportunity to hydrate. I know you've been glued to your TV screen watching these games. I know you've been glued to your TV screens, but go ahead and take this opportunity to go and get some water to drink. So Tango is now going to get another opportunity to beat that Warhawks zone that has been really giving them trouble. Go ahead and give a shout out to Spin Ultimate for all the great gear they've been providing for the tournament. Fanny packs and shirts and things. Here, Evelyn. Oh, sorry for the camera work on that. I was trying to drink some water. It's kind of tough to do when you're operating everything. So Tango comes out, trying to beat this zone as usual. Once again, it may be hard to tell at home. It does look like person defense because the three handlers are getting guarded one-on-one. But the cutters in the field are going up against his own. And Tango with another turnover. This time on the dump set to the handler. Oh, trying not to bite on the break side. This time they don't bite as hard, but it does open up the strong side cut. And the Warhawks get another score, another break. The Warhawks are trying to decide who they want as their seventh player. Take a look at the Warhawks sideline. Okay, I believe Tango is ready to receive the pull. The Warhawks are now ready to pull it off, and there it goes. Tango gets the disc moving. The Warhawks have come out in a more standard zone. They're 3-3-1 that I believe they've been running this whole game. The Tango cutters are really deep. Oh no, and the throw through the middle, just behind. We have a turnover for Tango. Oh, gets it right back. Reaching in. Man, it's nice to have long arms sometimes. Tanika tries to get going quickly. She does. She goes in the middle. Ooh. Yep, that's good. Brenna now has the disc. Is it right back? They have options in the middle if they want to take it. There was great motion there from the two cutters to try and open up that middle space, but they don't see it. They do go over the top, and oh yeah, going down the sideline. They are very close to the end zone now. This is the moment to be patient. And of course, as I say that, Tanika's probably going to throw a hammer again, but this is definitely the opportunity to behave. Oh man, she has the option. I'm surprised she didn't do it. Go back to the middle, go back to the middle. She's still open. They do go to the middle, they go to Rachel. Get good yards. Rachel's trying to find a handler. There you go, they find one. Warhawks stay in their zone. They do not want to crumble. So they're just daring Tango to be patient. Oh, Tanika snags it from behind. There are a lot of options. I believe they're going to call travel. Yep, they're going to call travel on Tanika taking 7 steps to stop. This is coming in now. Tanika zings in a pass to the corner, and Rachel snags it away from the defender, getting the score. And there goes the pull. Oh, and the pull rolls in the back of the end zone. They're going to have to take it from there. So let's see if Tango can put on some solid defense. I'm actually going to have to zoom in right now because it's so far away in the back of the end zone. Do they take advantage of this? Oh, that's a break. So far, Warhawks have been unable to get it past their handlers. That's the first time they've made it to a cutter. They had a deep run, but they didn't like it. They go upline. Oh, now they have multiple deep shot options, but they're not going to take it. Instead, they continue to jam it down the sideline. I mean, if it's working, why not? Oh, and they go deep. Is able to catch it, and they go for a bold backhand to the break space. Does not hang up in the air long enough. They've had a couple successful ones of those, including the first point of the game where they threw one of those. It was beautiful. Now Tango is going to get an opportunity at a break. Tanika has an over-the-top option, but she doesn't go for it. Sky is going to go backhand, follow her throw. Doesn't get it back. And there's a good cut. Elise catches the under, gives it right back to Tanika. Tanika fakes the hammer, goes high release flick, and it gets D'd out of the grasp of Sky. And now the Warhawks put in a very relaxed floaty out and flick to an open player, quick in transition, and get another score to make it, I believe, 7-2. 7-2? Yep, okay. Oh. And we're getting ready for the pool. That is a huge backhand. It is floating big. It had made it all the way to the other end zone with a lot of float, giving the Warhawks team time to set up their zone. Seems Tango is going very fast this time. This is a very different sort of zone offense than they were running in previous points. Yeah, they're going a lot more kind of floaty, bendy throws over the top, which is exactly what you do to beat this zone. Sky with a great catch. Oh no, right at the end. They do all the work to get it to the end zone. And now really quickly, the Warhawks fast in transition. Man, that's a crazy throw. What vision to see that. I was not expecting that one. They have all kinds of options on the break side, and they take them. So punishing transition from the Warhawks team. After Tango getting so close to the end zone, a quick turn, and within 2 throws, we're right near the end zone. And after a patient, chilly 6-point transition, they then finish it off. Hey, Carl, can you mute me because it's halftime? So that's halftime. We'll come back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, Evelyn, stop distracting me. Okay, we're back in from half. Okay, Tango's going to start out on a D point. Right now they're calling who they want. Tango will probably come out in their zone. They've been running their zone for all of these D points so far in this game. For the most part, the Warhawks have been patient and have been utilizing hammers and other bendy throws to get around the zone wall. Here we have with Tanika with the disc. Boom. She goes with a pure roller, a pure backhand roller. And there comes Tango. Yes, they are definitely in their zone. Oh no, they have wide open up the line. There's the swing to the side. Do they gain yards with it? No, they don't. Do they go through the middle? Yes, they do. Oh, and the run through D from Kimmy was almost there. And so now Tango has gone into their purely person defense. Oh, don't get off that break, Tanika. Okay, she doesn't. She maintains the mark. They have to go inside flick. It's good. They give off because of the up line cut. The backhand was there just for a moment, and they took it right in that moment and got the easy backhand score in the corner. Warhawks have just been punishing on the turn. Extremely. I'd love to look up the stats. It's probably been like 90% efficiency after the turn, punching in the scores. Take this opportunity to shout out all the teammates that go to the other sideline. Very important job. Giving all the sideline talk from the opposite side. Shout out, these are the Warhawks players right here going over the other sideline. Good work, y'all. If you ever want to make your coach happy, split the sideline, give up calls. They love that. Oop, a little high five between teams. That's always nice. Here's the O-line for Texas. The pull did not go very far, but we see the Warhawks coming out in their zone. Sky did some fakes to move around some of the players. The through to middle is definitely the throw they want to make, but the Warhawks have done a great job of really staying within an arm's length of each other and not allowing those throwing lanes to be open. So we can see Tango just kind of moving the disc around side to side, but they've gained no real yards down the field. You can see that they're just a little bit behind half field, which is just about where they started. So still no good undercuts. There we go. That's the first time that they've really had a good through the middle throw. That's a second good through the middle throw. Now they have a lot of options. Let's see what Sky takes. Goes to Brenda. Brenda goes through the middle. Going to Bree. Goes back to Sky. Tango has done exactly what they need to do, which is utilize that middle space. There it is again, going to Macy. So now Tango very close to the end zone. Sky sees the opportunity, weighs it against where the defense is, and decides, yes, she is going to be open. Oh, wow. And we get a celebratory scarf. Might have a replay. I see Evelyn running over. That normally means she's got a good look for us. Oh, here comes the replay. Wow. That's pretty cool. This replay brought to you by Dougal Sports. Please be sure to comment, share, and subscribe. YouTube, Dougal Sports, DOOGLESPORTS. Tell all your friends. Parents, please use both of your Gmail accounts. I know you have 2 Gmail accounts. Go ahead and use both of those to subscribe. If you've got a work one, why not? Go ahead and use that work Gmail. I know I do. Tango finally figuring out how to deal with that zone in the last point. You can see that it involved being patient and always looking for that middle space. There's that one cutter in the middle they really want to get it to, and they only move side to side just so they can get it to that middle cutter. So we're going to see if they can continue that strategy going forward. But for now, they're going to have to play a D point. This is the offensive set from the Warhawks team. They are ready to receive. Shout out to all the teammates on the opposite side of the field, splitting the sideline. Go ahead and give them some love. All right, Tanika is ready to pull it off. Oh, sorry for that camera work. And that disc is going to Brick out of bounds. So they're going to bring it to the middle of the field. You can actually see, I believe they have a real brick mark. I believe what that is. That's what that is. So they're going to the brick mark. Big fancy tournament to have painted brick marks. That's super nice. Thanks, USAU. So I believe Tango is not in their zone. Oh, Megan is almost able to get to it. So Tango is not in their zone. They're in their person defense. Oh, man, another near D. Unbelievable. There's layouts all over that point. Whole bunch of near Ds and near catches. And so now we have wide open option in the middle. The throw from Tanika is just behind her. That inside flick is a tough throw to make. And now the Warhawks are going to get their second opportunity at offense. The up line cut is there, and now Zoe's going to have to play defense in the end zone and there is a break on the throw. Zoe was in good position, but the break on the throw opens it up, and the Warhawks punch in another punishing turnover score. For the people at home that can't tell, the wind is picking up big time right now. My guess is that this storm front, we can see right here, it's kind of blowing in. So we're going to hope that that doesn't hit us. Hope that we're able to finish our games today. This is the last round for everybody for today. Be sure to check out USA Ultimate is actually going to be the one streaming tomorrow morning's game, Tango versus Moxie, which is a replay of the 5th place game. Oh, no, never mind. That was double. My bad. That's not the 5th place game. It was a replay of a group stage game that Tango played last year. Or was it quarterfinals? Man, I should probably look that up. It was a replay of some game from last year. We'll say that much. So that game will be at 8:30 tomorrow. Yeah, 8:30 tomorrow will be that game. And then Dougal Sports will be bringing to you potentially a pre-quarters game from Tango. It'll depend on which one it is. So just be on the lookout. There will be games at 8:30, 10:45, and at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So be on the lookout for those. We'll be streaming something. We just don't know what the games are right now for multiple reasons. But as I said before, go ahead and like that USA Ultimate Facebook page, because they're going to bring you lots of good content for the rest of this weekend. Okay, we are finally getting ready to start this next point. Oh, look at these birds. Woohoo! It appears that the Warhawks are ready. Tango is ready. So we're going to pull this disc off. This one stays inbound, straight down the middle of the field. No chance of that going out. So just so everybody at home understands, the wind has picked up big time. It is flowing from, oh wow, okay. Unbelievable catch. I thought for sure that was going to get D'd, but it does not. She's able to get it back to Tanika. Carly was the one with that catch. She's able to get it back to Tanika. He gives it to Annie. Annie's in the middle of the field now, looking at lots of good options. But between the mark and the defense, she's unable to get it to anybody. She finds Kimmy on the sideline. Kimmy's going to give it back. So far, Tango has just kind of gone back and forth between the thrower and the handler on the sideline. They've been yet to really get a good break continue or to get a good strike up line to actually score. So we're going to see if they can fight against the wind to throw the break. They're able to give it to Julia. Oh, she has a wide open Tanika. Throws a little bit low, but Tanika is fortunately able to grab it. Tanika has lots of options on the break side, but the mark is strong. Wow, what a snag. There were cheers from the sideline that is a better Atwell. That is a bird for Eric, who we saw in the first game from today. Oh, we're going to bring you a replay brought to you by Dougal Sports right now. It's not the best. That's what I've heard, but it is a different view. We get to see the back of somebody's jersey. That's always good. What? Oh, hey. Hey to all the amigos, buddies. Have you, yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Yep, they've learned. We've told them. We've told them what to do. Yeah, on that live stream. Yeah, I guarantee that they've already subscribed to the channel. So if they can do it, you can too. Definitely appreciate the shout out there from the amigos, the Austin amigos, who we saw in the first game today. If y'all didn't get a chance to see that game, you can go ahead and look on my channel. the game will be on there. It was actually quite an exciting game playing against Massachusetts area Valley Ultimate, who was a newly formed YCC team. So that was quite a fun game. I'm sure we'll bring you another Amigos game at some point this weekend. I just can't tell you exactly when it will be. And as this game continues on, the wind continues to pick up. It just gusted real strong. Made me a little worried about the tents that are behind me that might fly up in the wind. So that's going to make the rest of this game a little exciting. And there goes the pull for Tanika. Tanika tried to ride the wind on her pull. It does allow the disc to float. The Warhawks definitely don't want to catch that. Oh, we have a poach on this swing. Do they see it? So Tango has come out in their zone. That disc is going to float in the air. Rachel is able to get the D. Rachel is the sister of Dylan, who played in the earlier game this morning. So Tango gets a great chance at a break. Oh, Sky has back corner, but she should not throw that. That's too risky. She's going to try and work with Tanika. Oh, Tanika, what a snag. Those two have played a lot of minutes together, I'll tell you that much. And they go again for the upline. Tanika to Sky pretty much the whole way down the sideline ever since Rachel got the D. I'm telling you, that wind is picking up. It is making things difficult. This game is going to be a lot different than it was from the start. I'm going to instruct my camera crew about something real fast. Hey, if in the event that it does start raining, the most important thing is the hard drive. No, the hard drive. That's the only thing that's not really super rain proof. Most everything else can take a little bit of water and be okay. Right, yeah, me as well. Yeah, the mixer probably couldn't take that much water, but it's like a $20 mixer, so whatever. But the hard drive has all the film from this tournament, so don't want to lose that. Luckily, my hat is, wow, this wind, y'all don't understand at home. Can I get like a good view on something that shows y'all how much this wind is picked up? No, your hair doesn't really do it. Let me just focus on one of these tents when they eventually fly off, and then y'all will see just how windy it is. But yeah, it has seriously picked up just in the past 20 minutes. We went from absolutely no wind this weekend to a whole bunch, gusting probably a good solid 20 miles an hour is what we just felt. There's Tango. Spirit's still high in this game. Yeah, y'all can see in the shot that storm cloud is menacing. It is quite dark. Compare that to what it was like this morning. You can see the sky right there, blue and clear, to what the sky is looking like right now, which for the most part has just been windy. Oh wow, what a roller pull from Tanika. I swear she figured that out just in this game, how to do one of those rollers. She had a really good one earlier that went all the way in the back. All right, Tango has come out in is this their standard? Yeah, this is their standard zone, kind of their 5-person zone. Wait, is it? No, this is a cup. Yeah, no, never mind. Tango has come out in a 3-person cup, 1-person short deep, 2 wings, and a deep deep. So it's your standard 3-person cup zone. Warhawks with a beautiful, beautiful backhand. That's actually into the wind because of the direction the wind is going. That's a very difficult throw. They were able to get a good solid 20-25 yards past the cup, which has allowed them to get in this position they're in now. They can take another risky throw through the middle. Oh, Zoe, I believe, fouled the player on that. I'm actually pretty sure that that was a foul. I know the crowd that is to my left will not agree with that. The crowd to my right, I'm sure would. But yeah, I believe the player had the disc in her hand, and then the contact from the Tango player caused the disc to come out. but we're going to let them resolve it on the field. Let's see what they say. Do they contest it? Do they say, yep, so because the disc is going back, it will be a contested foul call. I believe the argument that's made is that the Warhawks player did not stop rotation. I'm sure you can't argue that there was contact, definitely contact, but the discrepancy is whether or not the rotation was stopped on the disc before the drop. And so now disc comes back in. We go back to where the thrower was. They go for the same backhand through the middle, and this time the wind kind of kills the throw. So just so y'all can understand at home, the wind is coming from this near sideline to that far sideline. It is a crosswind, and it is gusty. It is not a consistent wind. It goes from about 5 miles an hour to like 15 miles an hour. So you can never really know whether or not it's going to hit fast. Warhawks are out in their standard 3-3-1 that they've been running this entire game. When Tango has been successful, they've gone through the middle. Oh, that's still catchable, but nobody was over there. Warhawks have set up in a vert stack. They have multiple undercuts that are open, but they don't want to go to any of them. They decide to swing to a handler. Once again, I'm not sure what they're forcing. Tanika's straight up. It looks like they're forcing backhand, but the players in the field were set up on the flick side. Warhawks unable to take advantage of it. There is a dump swing and around. Oh, wow, that is bold. In this wind, that is a fearless decision to throw that hammer. She must not be afraid of her playtime. And Tango gets another opportunity now. So far, they've not been successful in going through the middle. They're able to swing between the handlers, but the Warhawks are essentially letting them swing. That's how this zone works. That's the first time in this point they've gained big yards through the middle. Zoe one-hands the snag, goes to Sky on the sideline. Sky definitely doesn't want to put it too deep. Oh, Tanika somehow tips that to herself. I would have put money on it that would have been a turnover, but Tanika is able to save it. Tanika very chill. Ooh. Oh yeah, why not, right? Oh man, there's been a whole bunch of just near catches for Tango on this point, but sometimes that's what you need. And they can't go into their end zone set because the Warhawks never come out of their zone, even when they're 3 yards away from the end zone. Oh no, Sky tries to pop it up and over to the open corner, but because of the wind, it doesn't actually float. She was essentially throwing a downwind throw, and in those situations, they don't float or curve. So now the Warhawks get an opportunity to break. They have a deep runner, but they can't get it to her, or they choose not to. Instead, they very intelligently go for a dump swing, opens up an open backhand, and because of the defense, the hard defense by Sky, the Warhawks player had to meet the disc a little earlier than they would have wanted to. And the disc is coming back in. Warhawks in their standard zone. Giving Tango time to sort of reset. There's not really a whole lot of cutter options open. Oh man, okay. There was a layout, what would seem at home to be a Callahan, but I believe the disc was taken out of the hands of Tanika. But the layout, I imagine, sort of dead-legged her, hitting her in the quad. All right, so disc comes back in. Still unable to get it through the middle. This has been the same story all game long, which is that it's very difficult to gain yards. Oh, there we go. That's an intelligent throw by Sky. And that one throw through the middle has allowed Tango to get, no joke, about 30 yards just because of one throw through the middle. Once you get it past that initial wall, and especially once you get it past that second wall, then you are pretty much just racing the cup or racing the zone to try and get as many yards as you can. So now at least Tango has it out of their end zone. Oh, no. And we have a miscue going to Sky. We thought that disc would hang up and float, but it doesn't. And now the Warhawks get an opportunity for a break. The force is backhand. However, the cutter in the field, because of the motion, bit too hard on the flick side because that's the direction the disc was going. And then once the Warhawks player cut it back and went for the backhand throw, the defender was out of position. Carol. Hey, Caroline. So the phone's down here. Can you check the battery on the phone? Just make sure it's still good. Okay. What was it at? What was it at? Oh, yeah, that's plenty. All right, so I think I just heard the soft cap. There was a horn that went off. So Tango has the disc right now. They're going, and the Warhawks are in actually a purely standard person defense. This is not a zone. This is the first time that the Warhawks have come out and not played a zone. So this is a completely change of events from normal. Oh, and we can see Brenna trying to do an inside flick, which, you know, earlier today might have been fine, but with this crosswind, it makes it very difficult to do anything super creative. And now Tango is forced to play defense. They are forcing flicks. Oh, and that's a great floaty flick, even in the wind. Unable to come down with it. She was right there. She got a good hand on it. I think she just kind of misgrabbed on there. Also with this wind, that's going to make the disc drop at unexpected times. Okay, so we have the disc coming in. Looking to immediately swing it. They're trying to get it off of that sideline. And we have a turnover from Tango. Oof. Man, that wind is just doing crazy things to the disc. It's causing a lot of turbulence in the air. We have a quick pickup and dish. I actually kind of like that. Allowed the handler to get into a good power position on the backhand, but there was no cutter to really take advantage. Great undercut. Oh, man. The cut was good, but the defense was better. And now they have to force it in. Oh, it almost hangs up in the air enough. And we have a timeout call. Timeout call from the Warhawks. They want to talk this over, figure out exactly what offense they want to run here. Take a look at the Texas sideline. Oh, yeah, you can beat me. Thank you. Sweet. This is the conclusion of your timeout. We're going to see if we can actually finish this off. We can't really see what they're throwing down, but we will be able to see their reactions and who comes out of it. Nope, looks like they had to also cut that game short. They've been unable to complete a full double rock, paper, scissors game. So we'll have to do that after. All right, so the Warhawks have come out. This is very strange. I don't even know how to describe what this offense is. I guess this is their zone offense. This is really weird to me. They have 3 cutters, 1, 2, and then a third one right there. They have a 4th person in the middle, which I guess is an ISO. And then they have their 3 handles, which are in kind of a weird configuration. Like we have a directly behind handle, and then we have a way off to the side handle. So once again, kudos to the Warhawks. They've confused me on both their zone and this after timeout set. Oh, and all of this was set up in order to give a deep option. Okay, so now I know. Now I know that's what they use it for, but man, I had no clue at the start that's what was going to happen. I've seen a lot of Frisbee. Tango is trying to make something happen, but cutters were shut down pretty hard on the initial cuts. Now that it's moving, though, they do have more options. Oh, they're going to have to go dump set. That was technically in her hand, but she feels like she got blocked on it. And now the Warhawks are set up in a more standard vert stack, something that I'm a little more used to seeing. They don't like either of their first 2 cuts. They had an upline cut and a from the back cut. They don't like either of those. They go dump set instead. The moment the stack is resetting, oh wow, what a fantastic throw. There's some type of call though, because people aren't moving. They're going to call a travel on the throw. They should probably echo that to all their teammates. There's a discussion here. We are getting reenactments from both sides, which is the best way to argue your case. Is to go ahead and point to some grass marks on the ground and say, yep, see, there you go. That's where the foot dragged. I have to say, I did not see that travel, but I was not watching the feet. So we'll see what happens. If it's contested, it'll come back. If it's not contested, it'll stay a score. Or, I'm sorry. If the travel is contested, it will come back. If the travel is not contested... Oh, man, I said it wrong again. Okay, I'm just not going to say it anymore. Disc is coming back. That means that we do agree it's... Comes back to 0, which is not correct. Okay, I'm not sure. It's coming back because the travel was called, but I'm not sure if it was contested or not. Oh, and this time we get a great D. Taking away that strong side end zone cut. That's the first cut you want to take away when you're guarding the end zone. And Tango did do that. Tango gets another offensive opportunity. We have a good hard undercut, but they had to throw it hard because the defense was tight. And because of that, it was difficult to snag. We have Annie taking away the up line, which is great. Unfortunately, Tango gives off the break backhand, which allows Warhawks to reset. So far, they've just been working through their 3 handles, trying to find those up line or break cuts. That time they go through the foul on the defense. Are they going to call it? I think they are going to foul. Yeah, it definitely looked like a foul on the throw, but, you know, people don't always call those. But, yeah, that was definitely a foul on the throw. Will probably not be contested and come back in on 0. So just so y'all can see, the other 4 cutters are back here, and they're just chilling. They're essentially waiting on these 3 handles to make something happen. And there it is. They continue to work through those 3 handles, just kind of running their vert stack dump set. And they were able to score off of it. Oh yeah, looking on the Gmail right now, we can see a lot of people have subscribed. Man, big shout out to all the people at home subscribing and commenting on the videos. Definitely appreciate that. Keeps it fun. I'll be sure to check tonight to see what y'all's comments are. Make sure there's nothing better we can do from our end. Here is the offensive set from Tango getting ready. Oh, they're making sure it's all legal. Get the toes on the line. That is technically the rule. Your toe both toes have to be on the line when the disc is pulled off. They're all waving to me right now. It's something about kids these days. They know when they're being filmed. And there's the pull. We can see the Warhawks have come out in their more standard zone. I think. No, it's a person defense. Never mind. Someone was just slow to get down on the pool. Probably the person pulling it. Trying to trick me as usual, man. This Warhawks team. So far, Tango's been content to run their dumps. Oh, Sky. With a great cross field throw. Tango has been really stepping it up on this point, showing us a lot of offensive tricks that we're not used to seeing. Oh, Sky almost travels on that. Maybe technically traveled, but they're going to let that go. So good reset from Sky allows the team to have more time to cut. They have an open cutting option through the middle. They do, in fact, take it. Gives it right back to Sky. She's going to try and find an open option, but is unable to. So far, they've just kind of been working through Sky every other throw, letting her make the tough decisions while the other handler is doing a great job getting open and resetting, maintaining position. Oh, there we go. That's a great throw through the middle to Kelsey. Gives it back to Sky. She has options in the middle. Doesn't want to take it. Goes for give go instead. Oh, no. And the defense was ready for that. They had seen enough of those give goes at this point. They've decided, yeah, this is the time. We're going to stop it down this time. So Warhawks bringing the disc in from the sideline, going through the middle, going back. No, tried to go back to a handler, but the defense was there. Instead, goes through the middle again. This time they do get it back to a handler. Handler immediately looks break side, which is very intelligent. Do love to see that. They have an up line shot. That's not an easy throw in this wind. Oh, and this backhand. That is, if you had to pick a place to float it, that's where you'd want to do it, in the back corner. Okay, there was some discrepancy about whether or not the game was over at this stage. Yep, so we did specify the game is not over right now. It is still going on. However, if the Warhawks team scores one more point, it will be game over. And eventually the hard cap is going to go on. For those that don't know, the end of game rules in Ultimate Frisbee are actually quite complicated. It involves two different sort of end of game scenarios. There is the hard cap scenario, which is simple. After a certain amount of time, you finish the last point. That one's straightforward. The soft cap scenario is much more complicated. Essentially what happens is the new final score gets reset to a lower value. So the game would normally end at 15, but because the time was running out, they decide the game will end at 14. So that was the decision that was just made. However, eventually the game does have to end. It can't go on forever, and so that's when the hard cap will come on at some stage. So I'll be sure to let y'all know that. It is not as simple as just having a countdown timer. And so here is our defensive line for the Warhawks. We have a backhand pull that was utilizing the crosswind and has floated all the way to the opposite corner. We have a wide open Zoe in the back, but they can't see her. Man, you wish they could get it to her, but because of the wind scenario, it's actually quite difficult. Oh, no. The up line throw was not That was a tight window, very difficult window. Okay, what is the force? Okay, so we are forcing flick from Tango. We have an open undercut. Doesn't gain that many yards, but it does get them to go sideways, which is almost just as important. Because of that sideways motion, they were able to free up one of their undercutters. We've seen in the past when they get close to the end zone, Warhawks go to their 3 main handles and try to keep the other players out of the play. They haven't quite gotten that close yet. Oh. Closed the hands a bit too early, and because of that, tipped off of the fingertips. Cries from the sideline to go ahead and throw that deep throw. Gives it right back to Sky. Sky would love to launch it right now, I can tell you that much. But there's just not a lot of good options deep. They do have Kimmy, but the timing was off. And so instead they're going to go to Zoe under. Zoe has Kimmy still, but they can't find a way to get it to her. There's a little bit of clogging, and it required a difficult inside flick. So with that turnover, Warhawks are going to run their set. At the moment, still just going through the handles. Ooh, that was good defense from the Warhawks and the Dumpty. They decide to go bookends. Why not, right? Give the person their bookends. And they do, in fact, give her the bookends on that play. Let's see if anybody throws up the bookends or not. And I believe with that, it is going to hit 14, and that is the soft cap score. So I believe that's going to be the end of the game. Yeah, there you go. I see the bookend symbols. I saw one of the back there. Make sure to give your teammates the bookends if they ever get one. And with that, we have the end of the broadcasts for today from Dougal Sports. If y'all still want some more Frisbee, go ahead and check out that YouTube channel. I got lots of good options on there. The PBJ games are condensed and in high quality, so that's a good place to start. We will be back on tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure which games we'll be filming, but we'll be filming something. Starting at 8:30 in the morning. We hear Good Game Tango from the Warhawks squad. So I want to thank you all for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Up for all the people at home that have already hit that subscribe button, thank you. Definitely appreciate it. And we will see y'all tomorrow.